Hello everyone, welcome back to Cyberwhale, and I hope that you guys are doing really well. And I'm really very sorry guys that I wasn't able to be regular and post the videos, but I'm back again and I'll try to be regular this time. I'll try at least to put on 1 to 2 videos per week, and I'll try that I will be regular and uh, make a most out of the content that I'll be posting up here. So for now, recently and currently, you can say it this way that I have mentioned earlier in the short video of mine that I'll be bringing up uh, series of a book that I have read, you can say the Wi-Fi Hacking for Beginners by James Wells, and I will be bringing up the content. What I am reading, I'm going to show you practically, and you can say it theoretically both as well. So let's just hop on to the content without wasting the time, and let's see what I have come up and what I can show you for now. So for now guys, just understand this in such a manner that Wi-Fi, just a second guys, it is just taking a little time. Yeah, all right, there is some issue. Yeah, here we go. So Wi-Fi hacking, basically we are going to cover that up. All right, seems like my pen pad is stuck again due to the heating of my system, but no worries, we will try to cop up, right? So, Wi-Fi Hacking by James Well, we have been reading this book, and I have promised that I'll bring it up. So, for today's video, you guys might be thinking what and how to start with it. Obviously, we have to start somewhere, guys. We cannot just hop on and directly jump onto some sort of context. But before we proceed, we should definitely have a setup, right? So today's class and today's video is all about going to be a part one of how to set up your system, or how to set up the lab that we will be needing to, you can call it this way, we will be needing to actually put it on for doing the Wi-Fi hacking. So for that, in case, I'm going to tell you few steps. There will be two parts. One part is going to be for today, and the another part we will be discussing in the upcoming video. So for now, we will understand what things are required to have that particular lab setup. I know everyone might have this lab set up earlier, but for the beginners who do not have it, who don't have any understanding about it, this video is especially for you guys, and you guys are at the correct place. Don't worry about it. We are starting definitely from the very beginning, and we are learning things from the top notch beginner part. We are not making it complex for you guys. So first thing first that comes up is that we will be needing for Wi-Fi hacking is, we all know that we need a virtual box, we need a laptop. Obviously guys, right? We need a laptop. All right, we will be needing a laptop, obviously, which is really crucial for every cybersecurity or every tech person, because without laptop you cannot do it, right? After that, we will be needing a virtual box and a Kali Linux. Your laptop could be Mac, guys, whatsoever you are using. I have Windows, so you guys can have Windows depending on your budget, depending on the needs and everything. So you can choose anything, and you can also have Linux as well, so depending on your situation you can do it. After that, we will be needing, after having a laptop, we should also install some of the necessities to set up our labs. That is, one is VMware or VirtualBox, guys. VMware. Sorry for my handwriting, guys, if it is because my system is actually so much lagging that that my handwriting is getting so much tampered. So please mind it. Please cop up with it, and please. I believe that you guys would understand. So that is the first thing. Then second thing, moving on further, we will be having you to install Kali in Linux in our systems, right? Yeah. Now, all of you might be thinking that from where to install and how to do it. Guys, first of all, these Kali Linux and the VMware or VirtualBox is all, you can say, we need for doing the pen testing. And Kali Linux already have some of the pre-installed, you can say, pre-installed systems and stuff that we can use it. And in order to use all of them, we are, you can say, we are free to use via Kali Linux. So we don't need some specific, or you can say some fancy stuff to set up our labs, right? So that is the easiest way you can do it. Then moving on further, I will show you from where to install VMware or VirtualBox. VMware, VirtualBox are both the same things, but yeah, I prefer using VirtualBox, and VirtualBox is free and an open source, you can say, which can be installed very easily, which takes up a very lesser time, and you can do it anyhow. You don't have to put in a lot of brain, you don't have to put up a lot of things to do it, and then you can just move on further and directly head on towards the Kali Linux installation. So first of all, you if you have VMware, if you have Mac, you can install it for Mac. If you have um, Windows, you can install it for Windows. Depending on your system, you have to download that documentation. Now I will show you that what to do and where to do it, so don't worry about it. We will go on. First of all, you just have to go on and set up your VirtualBox. And to do that, what you're going to do is you're just going to put on just give me a second. Yeah, virtualbox.org. This is the link that you have to follow up. I'll also drop this link in the description box, so that you guys can move on and see from where you have to install a VirtualBox. You can also install VMware if you want. That's totally your choice, but I would suggest if you're going with a VirtualBox, that's better. It will take a little less space, and you'll be free to do and nudge around the things. I have already settled up my lab and have done a lot of thing around it, so for your sake I'm showing it step by step once again. And yeah, please ignore the mess behind me, because that's always the same, right? So yeah, here we go with it, and now we will see just till the time it's getting opened. Yeah, it have got opened up. You can see over here, you can see the get started, you can read the documentations, you can download, click on download, you can click on home, and you can get to have an idea from where and how we are doing things, right? You can see the documentation part, guys, over here. Learn from a variety resources including user manuals and the end user and technical documentations, the source code repositories, timelines for the change log, whatever you wish to do. You can see the recent releases over here, guys. I believe it is clearly visible to you guys. And after that, you can see join the VirtualBox community. If you wanted, you can do that too, but we are mainly focusing over here onto the installation part, so we can skip it. You can just go on to the download, and as soon as you click on the download, you can see, guys, there are options for the platform packages. As I mentioned, if you have Windows, you can install according to the Windows need. If you have Mac OS, you can install according to the Mac OS, and then you can just move on ahead with the Linux distributions as well. Depending on the source, depending on the system that you might have, you have to install it that way. So I would suggest, like I have Windows, so I would click on Windows OS to install it. You guys can go it is a very simple process to install, so I'm just skipping the part of it. I have told you and I have shown you the path how to install it. You guys can do it that way. After moving on from here, then we comes up Kali Linux. Rather than installing Kali on your system, guys, I would suggest, why to put a lot of efforts when it is absolutely free and you can install it in your Kali inside of your VirtualBox itself. You don't have to waste your time, right? We actually don't need. So you can just move on ahead. I'll just yeah, then you just have to just go to the website of Kali, and you can install the installer images for the VirtualBox or VMware, whatever you are using. I'll show you that too. You just have to go to the kali.org. I'll also drop the link for the kali.org for you guys, so that you can see how to do it and what to do in order to have and hold for it. You just have to click on it, and then we will be able to see. Let's just see. Yeah, you can see over here we got a Kali page, right? Kali website. You have to click on download, and after clicking on download, yeah, here you go. You can see the installer images. Why to fill it up with virtual machine when you have the installer images, right? So you'll just go on installer images, and you will be able to see Kali Linux. You can see installer. You can click on installer directly, and it will get installed. If you have Apple, I have already mentioned, you can choose Apple Silicon ARM64, totally depending on the situation you want it for. You just have to click on installer images. After installing it, you will have a zip file, guys. You'll have to extract that file, and after extracting that file, there will be a .ova, something related to that. You have to open it there. I'll show you how you can do it. Let me open up my VirtualBox for you guys to show. virtual. Just a second, guys. It's taking a little time. Yeah, here we go. All right. Yeah. Oracle VM VirtualBox, you can see. As soon as I'll click on it, you will be able to see it. Just give me a second. Till the time it's opening up, we'll have some break, 2 seconds, or we'll just wait. Hmm. Yeah. Here you can see there is an option to either to add new, or you can just click on add, you just click on settings, or you just have to click on start. So you can see there is an option to add. You can add it by clicking on it. You will be able to see this, guys. There is a folder. You might just click on it and there is a VBox. Either you choose this one and you can just move on ahead with it. That is how you work along with the system. The system will be added, and I would suggest you guys at least have 2 GB, I guess 2 GB for that. At least you should have a 2 GB of RAM. Yeah, you should at least have a 2 GB of RAM, guys, so that it get installed. That was I just got a some yeah. So that's what you need it for, to have a better and a smooth functioning of your Kali Linux. You can just move on ahead with it, and I would suggest you to go into your settings and choose. Where is my settings? Let me see. If there is, yeah, here. Oh, it's right in front of me, and I'm looking down. How stupid of me, right? So you can just go ahead and choose the user interface, you can choose the storage, you can decide how. But the most important thing before we proceed further directly and choose everything without settling up, we have to set up a network, guys. It should be, guys, you have to choose the bridged one. Right now I'm using NAT due to some the technical things that I was doing. I required it to have NAT, but I would say that you should always choose bridged adapter. Right now, as for this setup as well, that we are talking about Wi-Fi hacking, so I would say that you should move on ahead with the bridged adapter. Choose the bridged adapter, save it, click on OK, and move on further. I was working on something, that's why it is NAT, so don't go why I'm using NAT and I'm suggesting something else. Don't go on that particular situation and scenario. I would say just go on with the bridged adapter so that you can have a wider aspect of understanding the scenario of your situations, right? So that's how you get a setup, and after that, after setting up, you will have the start button. You just have to click on the start, and I'll show you how things would go on and what will pop up right in front of you. For the root, the current defaults, guys, for the current one, after you have got a hold of it, just let's wait for it to open up. I believe, yeah, it will take a little time in my system. Might be for you, it is really very smooth because not so many things are working with, behind the scenes and happening. You can see there are so many things are opened up in my backend. So due to that, it's happening this way. Just so ignore that part of mine. Yeah, so it would not be same for everyone. It won't take this much of time that it is taking in mine, and it would work smoothly for you. So believe in that and work along. So just have some patience for it, and you will be able to see. So this is the part one, guys, that we are going to cover up, that we have covered today: how to set up your lab, what things to keep in mind, and what you have to do in as the networking part. I have told and I have mentioned to you that you have to keep in mind that it should be bridged network instead of the NAT. So just avoid doing it that way. Just avoid doing it and mentioning it that way. It's taking a little time. Till the time I would just mention to you where is my Excali draw that I was mentioning. Yeah, I believe we were having it here. Just a second, guys. I know it's irritating. I know it's frustrating as well when your things don't work. So here you can see you have to choose the bridged network in in network. In network, you have to choose. I'm mentioning it over here as well so that you guys keep in mind bridged. So that your system works smoothly and can capture the request from the bridged network that is copying up here. So that is why we are not the NAT one for now. You can later on change it if you want. You can choose the NAT one as well, but for now you just have to choose the bridged one, not the NAT one. I believe it is clear, guys. Now let me see that if it have opened up for me. Oh, all right. I'll have to restart it because it's taking a little extra time. It got. Ah, all right, guys. No worries. We can start again. It's just a normal stuff, you know. I'll start my. Yeah, I'll start my coolant for my system because that's the only way my system can be saved, right? Let's see, guys. Let's wait for another 2 minutes, and if it won't get open, then I'll show you in the next video where it will be totally about the root and the stuff, where we will be discussing about what is root in the next video. Yeah, we will be discussing about what is root user. For the people, you guys might be aware totally about it, what is root, why it root, and why is it we are talking about root and everything. And after that, I'll also tell you what are the basic necessities you have to do while setting up the lab. This is the part one that we are covering up today. Then I will be heading on towards the second part that will be coming soon. I believe I should be able to pop it up and will be able to put it in front of you, and I won't get much busy. So let's wait. Let's wait for it. Mhm. Okay, I'm waiting for the system to get opened, and let's see. And let's hope that it gets opened this time. Yeah, it got opened. Yeah, it works. All right. All right, guys, we are waiting for it. Let's just have some patience. I know it's so much irritating. It's taking too much time today. I don't believe that it should be taking this much, but yeah, can't help. Oh yeah. Seems like, guys, we have to cope up with it, and yeah, we have to cope up with it a little. So sorry for this much long video just because of this issue, guys. I would think if I can cut this part. Yeah, so this, if you are looking for the normal user, guys, you have to use Kali as your password ID. But if you're looking for a root, the password, default passwords that you'll be facing would be something related to, you can say, root, and the tour will be the password. The You can say the alternate. Like if it is root, you can just reverse it to tour, and that will be the password for you guys. As in, while you are settling up your lab for the first time, but obviously for the security purposes we'll have to change the password. We'll have to move on ahead and remove that particular password and change it to something solid so that it won't get be this much easier for anyone to understand and cope up with the work. So what we will be doing in that case is we will be just understanding and changing the password later in the stage. For now, just understand that you have to move on. Here you can see there is a terminal, guys. You just have to click on terminal, and something will pop up right in front of your screen where you will be able to see how things are, where we have to work along with, right? You can see, I believe it is visible. Let me increase the size. So this is basically for a normal user, guys. Kali, which is a normal user. So that's how you are going to okay, it's playing games with me now. So that's how it is going to be for the root later on in the stage when I'll be showing you. So this is the part one, guys, and I believe that for the people who are absolutely new might have got a little bit of idea how to set up your system for the Kali, VirtualBox, or VMware. I'll try to drop the link also in the description box for that first video for the installation of VirtualBox, as well as for the Kali. And I believe this is pretty clear that how to do the setup and what to do. So if you like the video, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get the benefit of it. And stay tuned for the upcoming videos of this particular series that will be going to be really really interesting, and that you will learn a lot, definitely and for sure. I'll make sure that you guys find it really interesting and you guys enjoy the journey throughout with me, and you guys don't feel stuck at all. if you have any doubts, if you wanted to ask any questions, you can drop me in the comment section, or you can just go ahead and directly ping me on my LinkedIn. You can see the link in my description of the, or you can see the bio of the YouTube channel itself. And don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. And I'll see you in the upcoming videos, guys. Till the time, take care, bye bye, and have a good day.